We are continuing now with the Halachot of Bedikat Chametz. Last time we spoke about the beracha itself. Now we'll speak about a few other topics to begin. Interrupting during Bedikat Chametz. One may not speak between the beracha and the actual performance of the mitzvah, of the bedikah. The beracha must only be repeated, however, if one spoke about something unrelated to the bedikah. So again, when one makes the beracha, they should begin searching right away. If there's an interruption between the beracha and the beginning of their search, then it requires the beracha. But otherwise, and if it has to be unrelated to the mitzvah, but if someone makes the beracha and says, "Oh, can you turn on the light or bring the flashlight or bring the candle?" that wouldn't require a new beracha. Once in the middle of performing the bedikah, you should not speak about unrelated topics. Only matters pertaining to disposing and finding chametz may be discussed. However, if one did accidentally speak about unrelated matters during the bedikah, he does not need to recite another beracha, like I just said. The beracha is only repeated if before you begin, you interrupted. But in the middle of it, even though you shouldn't, if someone accidentally spoke, there is no problem. There was a question about what about if someone needs to use the bathroom during the bedikah. The Halacha explains, there's a Machloket Achronim. Rabbi Yosef says to make asher yatzar during right after you use it, even though it's still during the bedikah. Some others would say, wait till later, do it at a later time so you don't interrupt. Ovadia says that you'll forget if you wait later because we say asher yatzar in the middle of the bedikah, right after you use the restroom. And if this time you change, you might forget. Rabbi Haim agrees that someone needs to use the restroom or he wants to take a drink or something, he may make a beracha at the immediate moment and doesn't need to wait to do it later. What about women and children performing the mitzvah? Halacha explains that women and children who have reached the age of chinuch may do the bedikah as well. They may do it. However, it's preferable. It should be. The Mishnah Berurah writes that it's preferred, ideally, that it should be done by an adult male. Obviously, the best thing to do is the head of the household should have his children and his spouse with them when he makes the beracha, and use them as part of the bedikah. Delegate roles to them, get the children involved in the search. That's the best and most appropriate thing to do with when it comes to Bedikat Chametz and with educating our children as well. A woman who lives alone with other women in an apartment, they have to make a Bedikat in their home as well. Now we'll wrap up with this. The Bedikat through a proxy, you can use a shaliach, a proxy for the Bedikat. You're allowed to designate one. Usually this is common with elderly, with grandparents and the like who aren't able to do a Bedikat. Their son is 100% allowed to come. It's actually a bigger mitzvah to come to do the Bedikat for them. They can appoint him as a proxy, and if he's doing it all to do it, he should make the bracha himself, and the head of the household should answer. But the bracha it depends on who is doing the most of the bedikah. If the head of the household, if the elderly, for example, in our case, will be involved, then she should make the bracha, and her son can help as well. But you're allowed to use a shaliach. That's the important part. Okay, we'll continue with these halachot in the upcoming days. Chazak u'baruch.